So, okay. Well, anyways, I made another cool thing, and I would like to show it off. So this is the More TNT data pack. There are many cool recipes I've added, and mainly just raw destructive power. So there are quite a few recipes, and a lot of them are very expensive. The first one we're going to be looking at is instant TNT. It's just TNT, glowstone, you put it together, you get this. This stuff is really cool because, well, it's instant. It's really satisfying to explode giant things with it, but not really that interesting. Next up, we have these things. You just combine dispenser with 8 wither roses. And you get the gas canister. Applies pretty nasty cocktail of effects. They all last for 5 minutes, so it is very hard to survive that without a milk bucket. And next up, we have the flashbangs. Just combine 4 gunpowder with 4 glowstone, and you get the snowball thing. You throw it, creates like a nice particle of flashes. However, the thing is, if you look into the particle of flashes, you get completely blinded. I have a command to get rid of it, but it lasts about 20 seconds. And this one is the last one that's more of a modification than an actual just increase in power, and that's an incendiary TNT. Combine the blaze rod with the TNT, and you'll get this funky little spawn egg. And it just sets everything around it on fire. That noise is gonna get annoying fast. I'm gonna just move away. And then next up, we have our first genuinely powerful TNT. Upon combining a fire charge with 8 blocks of TNT, you'll get splitting TNT. And this does pretty much exactly what you'd expect it to do, just leaves a decent sized crater. The next one is dual splitting TNT. It's just 8 splitting TNT and a fire charge. I don't really know what to tell you. And this one leaves very decent sized chunk in the earth just gone. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. I just made another splitting TNT. This one leaves a very decently sized chunk in the earth, just missing. And what you need to do for the next one is, these are getting pretty redundant, so I'm just going to duplicate this, and again, it's just 8 of the previous tier and a fire charge. I added too many. This is the first one I would say that could probably lag your game if you don't have a really good computer, so be careful with that. Don't spam them too hard, and you should be fine. The crater here is massive, and it's kind of hard to actually repair the land if you blow this up somewhere. So be mindful of that. The next one requires a lot of raw materials. I'm just gonna go ahead and make it myself by duplicating these. Oh wait, no, actually, for this one, use an end crystal instead of a fire charge. Did I do that right? Do you use a fire charge? Oh, right, you only need 4. And this one is not just 4 times splitting, mostly because that would lag your computer, but it is very, very devastating. So, I'm going to place it far away from the display. Yeah, it gets fairly loud, and it is fairly laggy, but it's not too terrible. Although your ticks per second kinda, oh no. Oh no. Don't worry, it gets better-ish. I'm not really sure if this gets better-ish. So, while that's running over, no, I'm just gonna go ahead and speed forward this clip. Oh, by the way, as a side note, in order to prevent the game from just hard crashing whenever you use one of these things, it will, all items get auto-deleted after 30 seconds instead of 5 minutes. I'm just gonna do it now manually. Jeez, there were 5,000 items on the floor. Anyways, where is my display? I have lost my display. Okay then. And now, for the last tier of bomb, you're just gonna have to look at the raw materials used to craft this thing. The actual crafting recipe is 4 raptures, which is the name for the thing made out of tri-splitting TNT, and a nether star. This thing is not nice to your computer, but it's actually not as bad as the previous tier. Since I kept crashing and nobody really likes that, I've done quite a bit of work to make this not that painful for your PC to handle. The TNT that comes out of it, there's substantially less of it, but it's more powerful. It instantly kills most items within the blast radius, just because it was a necessary evil, honestly. And its crater is the size of Texas. So we're going to light it up in 3, 2, 1, and I missed. So, as you can see, it's not that nice to the ticks per second, but it's not absolutely terrible. It randomly decides to fire out massive earth-splitting beams, and overall, it's just not a fun situation to be in. But as you can see, after the bomb actually stops, which takes quite a while, so I'm just going to speed up this clip again. It doesn't usually expand much farther than this anyway. But as you can see, after the bomb goes away, the TPS jumps right back to normal. Well, that's not really normal. Usually it's a bit lower, but I feel like that's just because there's quite a bit of stuff happening right there. Okay, now comes the part of the video where I show you how to actually download this data pack. Step 1, you're going to want to open a new window. Once the window's open, you're going to want to go to the link I provide in the description. Once you're here, you're going to want to click download. And then you're going to have this fancy little file. Now, just drag this file here, just don't forget where it is. Once you have the file, you can close the tab, and you're going to want to extract all. Once you see this, you should find where the file that just got extracted is. You should open it up and take the file that's inside. Next, you're going to want to delete the file that you just extracted and the file you just downloaded, and only keep this. Once you have this, you're going to want to open up Minecraft. Once you have this open, you're going to want to create a new world. I'm going to name it TNtorial. You're going to want to go to data packs, and you're just going to drag this in. It'll have the description of A, because I couldn't think of a good one. And then you have it. Then you can just click done. I'm going to do this in creative, so I don't have to play an entire game of Minecraft to show you guys. You just create your new. Alright. Now that this world is created, that's a weird place to spawn. You see that the data pack is working correctly. I can /function fantasy G canister, and I can get this thing. I can get flint and steel. I can do this and be blind. It all works. So, and now just as a side note for server owners, people creative that want to run this and everything, there's going to be like the owner's manual or whatever. All the commands that you should actually use are dual split TNT, split TNT, splitting TNT, incendiary bomb, which I spelled incorrectly. Don't judge me. Or did I spell that correct? I don't know. I don't care. G canister, flash TNT, which is the instant TNT, flash bang, tri-split TNT, Rapture Mark II. Rapture 2 is just part of the actual code. And finally, obviously, Supernova. Those are the commands to get all of the bombs. There's no other commands that actually do anything except for wall, which is remnants of something I was working on. I mean, wooden underscore wall, which is remnants of something I was working on, but it didn't turn out. It just didn't turn out really at all. Oh, wall code just got removed. Yeah, okay, so it just doesn't work. So don't pay attention to it. Things you should not do is run any of the functions that aren't mentioned. For example, RDOM, if you run that, it's just not fun. It makes the server extremely laggy. Like if you do this, it just instantly, like nearly more than doubles the ticks per second. So don't do that. Yeah, it's not fun, like at all. And that's pretty much it. As a side note, I don't think I'll be updating this. I may update it, but I'd rather just put my time into building other projects. So if you have anything you want me to make, put it in the comment section below. I'm probably bored enough to make it, so your chances are pretty good. Anyway, that's all from me. Hope you have a great day today, and I'm out.